I always thought the law of attraction was like attracts like. If you think positive thoughts all throughout the day, you're going to experience positive results. But I personally have thought positive all day long. I tried doing affirmations. I even tried to create vision boards, and for some reason, nothing changed inside of my life. And even though I have manifested so much in my life, recently I've been diving back into the basics when it comes to manifestation, and I feel like I've actually discovered the truth about what law of attraction is and how to use it properly to actually see changes inside of your life. And that's why I want to cover it in today's video, because if you feel like you've watched like a million videos just like this about law of attraction, you've tried to practice it, but you haven't really seen your manifestations come to fruition, this is gonna make all the sense to you. So there's a lot I want to go through, but I want to first start off with what law of attraction really is, because once again, for me, you probably think it's like attracts like. It is, but there is like small details when it comes to it for it to actually work inside of your life. And then I want to go through how law of attraction actually changes your reality. And then finally, I want to go through the exact steps you can use to use law of attraction in your life to manifest whatever it is that you want. And I always forget to mention this in my videos, but whether you're an OG watcher, you watch each and every one of my videos, or maybe if you're brand new, if you do love my videos, just make sure to subscribe. One of my goals that I'm trying to manifest this year is reaching 100,000 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, you love my videos, just hit subscribe. So let's first go through what law of attraction actually is. Now, the textbook definition of law of attraction is basically the belief that positive or negative thoughts bring corresponding events into your life that are in alignment with what you're thinking about. So once again, it's basically like attracts like. If you think positive thoughts, you're going to experience positive results. If you think negative thoughts, you're going to experience negative results. Now that is true to a point, but I want to draw out kind of like what I have discovered about law of attraction, because once again, you can think positive all day long and you can also think negative all day long. And for some reason, you still might not see the changes that you want to see inside of your life. Now, this is what I was doing when I was trying to practice law of attraction, and what you guys are probably doing too. So right now in reality, we are probably like doing affirmations. We're taking actions in alignment with what we want. We're thinking like the positive thoughts. But after studying just universe manifestation as a whole, reality does not respond to just effort alone. What it actually responds to is pure alignment internally with who you actually are. So if you're doing affirmations all day, you're taking action and you're thinking positive thoughts, but deep down you have like a deep disconnect with what it is that you're actually doing. Like you actually feel really anxious, you have a lot of doubt. That is why those actions are not actually manifesting into the desire that you really want. So what reality actually responds to is over here. So it responds to your heart and it responds to your emotional state that is most dominant. And that is basically also what your nervous system is most used to. So it's kind of like your autopilot mood. So if you're the type of person that looks at an opportunity and always takes it, you probably have a good emotional dominant state of one that's neutral. You always look at abundance. You always look at the, cup half full rather than half empty. However, if you have an emotional state that's very dominant when it comes to like me, where I used to be very anxious, I would always look at what could potentially go wrong. It does not matter how many times I thought the positive thoughts, I took all the actions, I did the affirmations, I was still not in alignment with what I actually wanted, because once again, reality in the universe, it does not respond to what you're doing just consciously, it responds to your dominant emotional state. Now you're probably also wondering like what dominates your emotional state, and that's basically the frequency that you are always in. So we're human beings and we're energetic beings. Therefore, we're always vibrating and emitting a specific frequency. And now I'm not gonna dive deep into frequency in this video. I actually talked about frequency a lot in this one, so make sure to watch this one after if you're not familiar with frequency. But your dominant frequency is what you're attracting the majority of the time. So what I have written over here is when it comes to your thoughts, it's your baseline emotional state, your frequency that determines determines what you repeatedly experience and attract inside of your life. So one story that I really want to share is in the really beginning of my manifestation journey, I would wake up every single morning at like 5, 6 a.m. I would spend an hour meditating, journaling, doing affirmations, visualizing. But one thing I never actually did was nervous system regulation to actually catch my body up with all of the new actions I was taking. Because every day I would do all of the manifestation strategies and actions, but after I would be done with those, my body would revert back to my dominant emotional state of being anxious, insecure. My heart would race. I would always just, be on my bed and think about, is this actually going to work? Is this going to work? I wasn't actually being who I wanted to be, and therefore I wasn't attracting the changes inside of my life. So the big takeaway that I really want you to understand from this first section is the law of attraction is not about what you consciously do or think about to get a desire, but what it actually is your emotional baseline that attracts it. So once again, you can want so many things in your life, you can take all the action that you want, but emotionally, if you're not aligned with what it is that you want, you're not actually going to manifest it inside of your life. I just looked at my phone and it's April 11th at 11:11. Everybody make a wish. So we know the first step when it comes to how law of attraction changes your reality is your emotional state. So at a baseline, your emotional state can be very calm. You can be very angry. Maybe you're doubtful. Maybe you have a lot of anxiety. And this can also change too. You're not going to have one emotional dominant state for your entire life. This can change on like a week by week basis or even on like a month by month basis. But your dominant emotional state is what will always manifest for you. And then right after that is perception, right? So based on your emotional dominant state, that is how you start to look at life, and that's how you start to perceive different things. So once again, if you're always on your phone and you're looking on social media and you're looking at the news, you're seeing everything that is going wrong in your life, the minute that you go to the grocery store, you're going to start to notice all of the increase in prices when it comes to groceries. When you go to the gas station, you're going to notice the increase in price when it comes to, having gas. And it's not just the fact that you're going to notice those things, you're going to make those things mean something bad about you and your life. Like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to spend even more money this month, when this month I wanted to make more money than what I usually spend, right? So when that actually happens, you start to respond, react, and behave based on, once again, the dominant emotional state that you're in. So it's not just the fact that you feel this on a daily basis. That is basically the catalyst of how you're going to be responding, reacting, perceiving, and behaving throughout your entire life. And then finally, after you have your emotional state, you start to perceive life in a specific way. That is when life responds and you actually cultivate and you experience the experience, right? So based on how you perceive life, you start to attract experiences that are a match for your emotional state right over here. So if you're, once again, emotional baseline is just like very negative, you have that negative outlook on life. I remember for me, I would always just seem to get sick. I would get different illnesses. I would always have to go to the doctor, even though I wanted to be really healthy. I wanted to have, the perfect body and I just wanted to feel good. I never actually got that because I was only focused on the negative things that were going on in my life versus you've probably met certain people that always just seem to be lucky in their life. It's not the fact that they're lucky, it's just the fact that their emotional dominant state is probably of a state of abundance, joy, gratitude, and wealth. Therefore, they always attract the best experiences in their life. Like me and Andy, my husband, we have a running joke where every time we travel, every time we go to even Disney World or something, we always get the best experiences. Like we're always in the front of the line, the front of the ride. We always, get free dinner and desserts and all of those things. And it's not a coincidence. It is because we are always looking at the world that it's working out for us versus the world out there trying to get us. So the big takeaway here that I want you to understand is reality will always give you what you are an energetic match for. That is it. So once again, I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, and I feel like I say this in every video. It does not matter how many, tangible actions you do when it comes to manifestation strategies. You can be doing all of the right things, but energetically, if you're not a match for what it is that you want, that is why the things are not manifesting inside of your life. So now that we understand that law of attraction is less about what we consciously think about all day, but it's more about how we feel during the day, the final part that I want to get into is what are the steps that we can take to actually use law of attraction to manifest every single thing that we want inside of our life. So some of the things I started to do to use law of attraction, not just as something that I use to manifest, but something to increase my lifestyle and my way of living, because once again, for me, it wasn't just about physically manifesting certain things in my life. It was really about, I just wanted to feel better at an emotional baseline. The first thing that I did was practice embodying my emotional state about how I feel about an outcome versus just taking action to get an outcome. So for an example, one thing that I really wanted in my life until date, it's probably one of my biggest milestones, was speaking on a TEDx stage. And spoiler alert, I've actually spoken on 2 TEDx stages. Now, before I actually manifested that inside of my life, my emotional baseline when it came to even speaking on stage was very nerve-wracking. It was a lot of anxiety, it was a lot of stress. Even though I wanted to be a speaker, I just was not that person, right? So what I started to do was I started to think about, if I actually was a speaker, not just a TEDx speaker, how would I feel throughout the day? I would probably feel really calm about people asking me questions when it came to my story, my lessons, how I was able to change different things inside of my life. I probably would, be reaching out to different events, different conferences to see if I could speak. And at the same time, I probably wouldn't get every single opportunity that I would want to when it came to speaking at all of these different events. So I started to make that feeling feel normal for me, right? So when I did get the opportunity to speak on TEDx, it wasn't oh my gosh, my nervous system is about to, just blow up outside of my chest. I actually felt okay, this is actually my opportunity now to speak on stages. So for you, what you want to start to do is practice what would it feel like if you actually had your manifestation at an emotional baseline. How would you be acting? What would you thinking? What would you be thinking? What would you believing? Not just doing that to get that specific result, but doing that just as is. And to follow up with that, the other thing that I did was to regulate my emotions before taking action or doing something. Because also for me, and I will tell you, before I ever took action to try to manifest something, I would always have the thought of, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to be really happy as I do it because I want it to work. That was literally my way of thinking. So of course it didn't work because it wasn't coming from an authentic place. So now what I do is I take 60 to 90 seconds to tell my body and my brain how I want to feel instead of going into it from a negative or scarce emotional state. Because once again, even if you tell yourself, I'm going to be happy, I'm going to be joyful, deep down, the reason why you're telling yourself that is because you want to manifest something, which is fine. But if you're not actually aligned with how you truly feel right now, it's not going to work. So for an example, I built a business on social media. I have an amazing brand. Before, I used to be a very shy and insecure person. Therefore, it was hard for me to show up on social media. And when I started to record videos on my phone, before I would record and before I'd post, I would feel so anxious. So instead of telling myself, oh my gosh, I'm so hyped, I'm so excited to post this, I would tell myself, okay, it's okay that I feel a little nervous right now, but deep down, I really know what I'm about to share in this post or in this video is going to help a lot of people. That is the emotional baseline that I actually wanted to feel every day, because let's be honest, if I already had the brand that I have right now, nowadays when I post, I'm not super excited, jittery, and happy. I'm just normal. It's just something that is normal inside of my life. And another thing that I have here is too, if you already have pre-existing expectations about something, you are also influencing the results. So if you go into a task or if you go into doing something as this is going to be the video that's going to blow up for me, or this is going to be the date where I fall in love with and I find the love of my life. If you put so much pressure on something specific, it once again pulls away the true authentic emotion that you should actually be feeling when you're taking that specific action. So if you can bring your state to one that's neutral and abundant, just because that is who you are, it is much more likely that you'll not just perform better, but you're actually going to have a better experience. And then finally, understanding what I want already exists. I personally find so much comfort in the fact that every single possibility of what I want already exists around me. It's not a matter of whether or not I'm gonna get it, it's a matter of how aligned I am right now to it. So for me, when I wanted to speak on TEDx stage, in that specific moment, I wasn't aligned to it. When I started to shift my emotional state, then I became aligned to it. It was a matter of like, oh, am I going to get it in this lifetime? That possibility already existed inside of my life. So when I started thinking and being from that state, that's when I started to manifest everything. Like I manifested the marriage, I manifested the car, I manifested moving to Florida, I manifested so many different vacations that I've always wanted to go to. Not because, once again, I was doing the right actions, I was thinking positively all day long, but because I actually became an energetic match for it. So yes, do the affirmations, do the positive thinking, do the vision boards, but I want you to remember that your emotional state is the most dominant one. You can be autopilotly doing all of those things, but if you're not attracting the right opportunities and you're not manifesting those things to you, this is probably the reason why. So I hope you got a lot of clarity from this video. Let me know in the comments, but if you haven't watched this video, make sure to watch it next. And until next time, make sure that you stay unforgettable.